All right. So the today is January 9th, and so I'm only recording this because I realized on Instagram that some of my audio wasn't coming through. At least someone this is what someone told me. I haven't actually gone through the Instagram post, but I thought I'd just do a you can call it a recap of the day, and we can go through essentially. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, how this day went and how we could have traded or how we traded it. Let me let's change this thing to a pointer. There we go. All right, so we had a obviously a bull trend and then a bear reversal, and a very strong reversal at that, um, and one that actually didn't didn't show the bulls any mercy. And why did we have this? What's going on? So all right, so the first thing to do is we look at the daily chart, and if we just kind of go close to this area, let's look at this section. So we've had a very broad bull channel. You've had a nice spike, a pullback, a second leg up, and then a final leg, third leg, double top, a bear breakout, and we kind of went sideways. On this chart, it looks like a wedge. A wedge was forming, and we had one leg up, a second leg up, and a third. We had a really strong close on Friday. However, we didn't close above the range. We had a breakout today and tested this breakout point, and of course the sellers jumped in. So that this level was a very, very important level that I was watching today. All right, so where is that level? That level, if I remember, is 3952. It's round about here. 3952. Yeah, just round about here. All right, so that's something to take note of. We've gone sideways, but we're actually in a channel. Very easy to miss that. Where's the channel tool? There we go. So we've been in a trend channel like that. And then when we get a breakout out of the channel like this, chances are we're probably going to pull back and we're going to try and test the bottom of the channel. And it's generally what happens most of the time. So it's a wedge top. It's also a 50% pullback of this bear leg. Excuse me. It's a 50% pullback of this bear leg. A double top with this, a lower high double top. What else is it? 50% pullback, wedge top, a lower high double top, and a test of this breakout point. So a lot of things going on over here to bring sellers in. This used to be support, now it's resistance. So that alone is enough for you to look at the market and go, okay, this is something worth looking at. There are other things as well. Measured move targets. So this is not set right. I don't know why it's doing this. The day opened round about here. Yeah, round about this bar. So we have a range here. We have a wedge top. We broke out of the range. This is the bottom of the wedge. This is the top of the wedge where we open. We broke out, and of course we're going for a measured move. Okay. So that's a target worth looking out for. I had it marked, but I've taken it off. And I believe we did. Yeah, we reached the target. It was around about here somewhere. All right. So how do we trade this day? The first thing is, as you can see, the prior day, Friday, we had a very strong small pullback bull trend, really climatic over here. We kind of tested the 60 MA here. We didn't touch it. So today, if we were going to pull back, it was expected that we'll get closer because we're obviously a lot higher. So wedge, you can imagine this is a breakout. It's liken this to like one very strong bull bar, like that. And then we have two bear bars coming down, testing the 9, but more so testing the close, not the close, the high of Friday. So this is a breakout test. Usually you get buyers over here. And so seeing this race up all the way up, you now have literally this itself. Just imagine this is one big bar here with another bear bar over here. So you have one big race up here. It's taking out this bar, closing on its high. I think this is a credible buy above this because of that. I didn't actually buy it. I bought above here. But this is a credible buy. Now, why did I buy above here? Something I learned from Al. Whenever you get two very strong bull bars at the open, way above the moving average, this is a breakout. It's also showing you that there is an urgency for prices to go higher because we're buying above average. So therefore, chances are we are going to get higher prices. So this is a credible buy. One could go for a 2-to-1. I don't think we got 2-to-1 today, but anyway, it's definitely 1-to-1. 2-to-1, definitely not. Credible buy above this bar. Measured move, if you wanted, you could have done your measured move based on this range. Looking for an exit over there. Here we have a wedge top. Or you can even argue that's the wedge, but I'll say this is a wedge. In the sense that we have a breakout, first pullback, second pullback, we have a channel basically. And then we have a rotation over here. A double top and a second rotation. Now when I saw this, I actually got out of my long because I thought we were going to come back here and I wanted to buy more over here. So I actually took a short here thinking we were going to come here really early. But actually, I forgot. I didn't have the 9MA at the time, so I wasn't doing that. And then we now had this bull breakout and I went long again. So this is a second leg up. You can actually say third leg up, right? Because this is the first leg, second, and then obviously this is the third. Now we're forming another wedge. Now, before... she's not from here. She's from here. Now, what is important to note? Bar 18. Bar 18 broke this channel, this wedge channel here, right? We now had a really nice bounce off the MA, but whenever I see a bar like bar 18 coming in at the trend this high up, I expect the next bear run to cause a reversal, right? Because that's broken this trend line, so we're going to test high. So we did that. And then we have this, which is now, I call this the anchor. For whatever reason, I call it the hook. Let's call it the hook, right? So imagine this channel, we broke the trend line, we're going to test high. This channel, right? So this is the high of the channel, this is the low of the channel, high, low, high, low. We broke it here, and we're going to try and test high. Okay, so when this happens, and you have a double top wedge here, right? This is a major this is setting up for a major trend reversal because the market's kind of going sideways over here. So what you now have is a wedge top, double top, and then you're expecting a wedge bottom to test the low of bar 15. So the bulls did a good job of trying to buy above the MA here, but could not get any higher than that. They gave up here. So essentially what that tells me is all the bulls who bought here have bought here and they're just getting out break-even at their original entries. Especially those who bought over here, they got out break even. All right, so as a result, you're now getting bear bar, bear bar, bear bar, bear bar, right? This looks like a pullback, but I don't know if it's still a micro channel. This is forming a wedge bottom. I remember what I said. We want to test here, or if anything, test here. We pull back, and the bulls have not done anything to try to push prices even higher, even at the moving average. So that tells me that this is profit taking possibly, and no one's buying. And you get another bear breakout. So essentially what's happening over here is we're looking for more buyers. We come over here, and of course there's some bears here who are trapped. Maybe they sold here and now they're getting out break even. So there's a breakout test over here. We form a leg up to the moving average. So if you had bought above here, by now you'd be thinking, this is not working out. You could have bought this bar again and gotten out somewhere in the middle, break even. This is kind of, you almost see a triangle, right? 3 reversals. It's a head and shoulders, failed head and shoulders, top, shoulder, head, shoulder. So instead of going this way, we went down and we broke strongly. Whenever we break strongly, I usually think it's because we have a moving average somewhere, and we always break strongly below a moving average. This looked like an exhaustive sell. You have a wedge bottom, exhaustive, yeah. So a bear trap, 1, 2, 3. So there's a wedge bottom. Not a great signal bar. You see this bar, you could buy above it, but look at the follow through. Not that great. It gets to the 9 and then pulls back, and now you have a double bottom. Not a great signal bar. Pulls back, and then now you have this forming a triangle. And normally, whenever I see a triangle forming at support like this, that is usually a sign that the market is probably not going to go higher. It's telling me that there's a lot of indecision here. Maybe we're waiting to get to some sort of value. Nobody's buying. And then the prices start going lower. We get these bears out, right? So obviously we pull back, get them out. So they're now back to break even or even in profit if they sold here again. And we're testing the low. So at this point you're thinking maybe we may have a a trading range, right? So at least maybe get a second leg down. So we go down, go down, go down. We now have another wedge. You could argue 1, 2, 3. But instead of going up, we go down. And this is a breakout below low of day and below also this the previous day's high. And we start going down slowly. At this point, it gives you an idea that there is a chance that we're probably going a lot lower. Now, remember on the daily charts, I said we have a wedge top and it's a 50% pullback of the bear leg. So chances are we are probably going to test the bottom of the trading range, or at least the bottom of the channel. So the market is going to try and race down here, possibly tomorrow. At least that's how I see it. It's already racing down right now. So if I put up the Globex chart, you can already see it's already started. This was a close here, and now it's already done just roughly under 10 points. Maybe when London opens we may get some, I don't know, we'll see what happens, because we need to pull back, go 2 legs down. Yeah, that's literally what's going on here. I mean, also you can also see this is a wedge top with a climax, a buy climax. So it's the 1, 2, 3, or you could argue breakout 1, 2, and then the climax 3. And then a pullback, a test of the breakout point, and then down we go. So that was literally my day. I was thinking, I realized I would have loved to trade this, but it was difficult because I was still in a bullish mindset, because I thought we were going to get follow through. If anything, would go sideways. But every time I wanted to buy, there was not a great, there was always a reversal. Again, we tried to buy here. It failed. It kept failing, kept failing. Then we got this breakout. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is either a trap or a breakout. And it looks like a breakout now I look at it. And then we go sideways. So you could try and buy here. And look, you're failing all the time. You're being shaken out. So at this point, you're thinking, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going up. It looks like we're going down. And so you just resort to shorts. And as you can see, that would have worked out pretty well for you. Alright, that was pretty much today. Tomorrow will be interesting. We'll see how that goes.